Father Jonathan Norton, pastor of Sacred Heart in Warsaw, Indiana. I've been here for about a year and a half now and been in Fort Wayne, South Bend Diocese since we moved to Fort Wayne in the 6th grade. I was ordained in June of 2015. I remember going to one of the Catholic bookstores in town, and they had the little flyer that Catholic radio was going to be coming on air. So I went back out to my Jeep, turned it to 1450 AM, because that was the radio station, and just waited, just with the static air and everything, just waited for it to come on. And so I was really excited when the programming started, and it just changed everything, having those programs. Father John Karapi, God bless him. I hope he's doing well now, but at that time, his catechism series and just his homilies, his preaching style was it really moved me, and I feel like he mentored me in a way through Redeemer Radio. So from that, just kind of re-educated me, re-catechized me, evangelized me, I guess you could say, through Redeemer Radio. And instead of having the roller coaster and going back down, I feel like Redeemer kept me steady, and if anything, took me up higher. But yeah, having the content on Redeemer Radio, because I would listen on my drives back and forth to work or driving around town, and I would just listen to Redeemer all the time. And the programming, it was amazing how the Holy Spirit would work, that I would be listening to the radio and maybe somebody would call in with a question, and it was a question that either I was struggling with or that someone had just asked me, because now, I'm into my faith, so everybody thinks I knew everything at that time, So how many times that the Holy Spirit would provide through the programming on Redeemer Radio to be able to go back to the person and be like, hey, I found the answer, here you go, or just to answer something deeper inside for me. It was tremendous. Because I just know that there's so many other people out there who are in the same shoes that I was. People who are just opening up to the faith, for whatever reason. There's an openness, there's a curiosity in their heart. And Redeemer Radio is one way that is really, literally broadcasting the faith, but even just in a figurative way, broadcasting it so that they could receive. These are people who are receptive. And I've heard stories of this, of people who were just driving around town and somehow, scanning through the channels, came across Redeemer Radio, and maybe even were really angry at the answers they were hearing through the programs. But after a while, started to realize there's a consistency in what was being taught, and it challenged them, and they, did research, they struggled, they wrestled with those, topics or questions, and came to realize that they agreed with it, that they saw the truth in it. So in that way, I think Redeemer Radio is a great tool of evangelization, of literally broadcasting the faith, Now, I just think Redeemer Radio is a means of communication through the whole diocese that unites us unlike any other means of communication that we have currently in the diocese. The way that it shares different things that are happening throughout the diocese. Kyle Hyman's show is great for that, of kind of sharing the who's who of Catholics throughout the diocese, with the Sisters of, Perpetual Adoration and Mishawaka, and, different just great Catholics that we have, but also connecting us with great material for Catholics throughout the nation. He interviews some people that I'm constantly writing down the books of, authors that he's had on and everything, and wanting to look up more information about it. So I think I just think Redeemer Radio is so important because it reaches those who are uncatechized or who are away from the church or just have nothing at all. And then also connecting those who are in the church and very active in the church to know what's going on and how to be connected.